contribute. We're currently at $84.75. Let's see if we can hit 100 before the end of the stream. But let's go ahead and count these players down for game one in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And we are underway here for game number one. The players kicking off their seasons. I did the whole introduction spiel about their stats and previous season history and all that good stuff, so no need to go over it again. We know these players are good. Let's see them perform like that. Simul Tetris for both players. Kick things off here. Tetris for Akatu. But yeah, hopefully y'all are doing okay on this Saturday, well, Saturday evening for me, for probably most of you Saturday afternoon, or maybe for some of you it's Sunday. It's a global scene, classic Tetris. A good start for both players so far. Currently it is with Akatu, 119 to SV's 101. Both players are, of course, rollers. Akatu famously is keyboard rolling instead of the obviously traditional, quote-unquote traditional way of playing with a controller. Hi, Arb. Hope you're doing okay. You'll be able to catch our bar tomorrow for Sundays on this channel. But hopefully you're doing good, Arb. I saw you were playing some. I think it was CTM or something. I noticed you on the stream. And yeah, you have your queue there of all. Oh, TNP. I thought your thing said CTM. Probably wasn't updated. Cool. 242 for SV, 202 for Akatu, who, fortunate Z piece came there, so Akatu will have to do some cleanup. I mean, at least you played well, Arb. I suppose it's good to take positives out of it, you know? Especially if you've lost twice. Nice Z spin there for SV. We'll get a Tetris. And with Akatu having to do some digging here, this could allow SV to build out quite a lead, and I think that's exactly what he's doing. We'll get another Tetris here. Nice spin with that J piece there for SV. Akatu will clean things up and get a Tetris, only behind by 2.5 Tetrises here, so didn't lose too much ground on SV. Dirty Tetris for SV. We'll take a double. Yes, this is a back 7 back stream. We're doing all night, well, not all night, but roughly 4 to 5 hours of CTL after I've done about 4 hours of Game Boy Tetris, which Akatu concluded the stream too. Playing against Code Crusher over in the Game Boy League, which, shout out to them, by the way. Classic Tetris isn't all about just NES. We also love our Game Boy friends as well. You can go over there and check them out over on GB Tetris. They do the Game Boy League over there. It's cool. $417 now for SV, $356 for Akatu. So SV still maintaining about a 2.5 Tetris lead, down 3.5 with that Tetris. Akatu with a nice skim and a triple there. SV Tetris ready, but both players in a bit of a drought here. There's the bar, Tetris for SV. Akatu, meanwhile, could really use that bar. We'll take a nice triple and then a bar afterwards. And that will clean up the well perfectly. Does have to cover it for a second here, but Akatu will get it back open. Tetris for SV. And a nice L tuck there, too. Tetris for Akatu. And again, another drought forming here. And hitting SV at not a convenient time because of his board starting to look a little bit funny towards the top, but still should be okay. Given the right pieces and a nice burn in time to be able to get that long burn to column 8. We'll go into level 19 first on 507. Akatu going in at 480, so SV with a slight lead going into level 19 here, pace-wise. But that's only by a little bit over a Tetris, despite the real-time lead, because SV is ahead by 6 lines. Which, sure, it's only 6 lines, but score deficit like this, it does matter. And Tetris for SV here. Nice T-tuck, or yeah, T-tuck for Akatu. Skim there for SV to open back up the well. Just looking for that L piece, got that L piece bar over for SV, gets a Tetris, so does Akatu. 650 for SV, 610 for Akatu. SV ahead by 7 lines. But a couple nice burns here for Akatu. SV's board has the well covered, does get it uncovered. Looking for a delayed burn there, looking maybe for an S or a T piece here. But now needs a bar, or maybe something to bring it down a little bit. Gets a bar. SV is Tetris ready now. But now has to cover the well again. Both players aren't clean at the moment and looking for some pieces to get out of it. Nice bar there for Akatu. 671 now for SV, 636 for Akatu. And Tetris for Akatu. Hi, Blue Scooty's grandpa. Welcome in. Hopefully you're having a good day. I'm having a decent day myself. Tetris for SV. I had an issue with my order to get a new tariff with a new phone company since I am moving. Got that sorted today, so my SIM card's on the way. Love to see it. SV finding to get this well back up and will do so. Now just waiting for a long bar. There it is. Tetris for SV. Nice burning to keep that board at a workable height. 783. Now another Tetris for SV. 816 as Akatu isn't clean, but now has the dirty Tetris set up on row 3, and we'll get it. Tetris for Akatu. Moving on to the 28th. Moving on the 28th of April. I'm starting to get my stuff packed. I'll be going there a few days before to get banking and stuff sorted. Just so I can have a direct debit going for my rent and all that stuff. I'm moving to the UK. I was originally going to move back to Ireland, but cost of living plus other stuff meant that I'm just moving to the UK. I'm going to be moving to Manchester, which is a very nice city. I very much like when I visit there, and I'll like living there as well. Level 29 now for SV, 940. Akatu's board is a bit uncomfortable at the moment, but has not 8 lines to sort it now. SV with a couple of misdrops here, rough center of the board. Can't really burn too much in here, but now starting to work on it. This is kind of some 29, or maybe, yeah, 29-3 happening right here right now for SV. Tetris Rockets, who 877 now, gets 2 Tetrises. Now within just a Tetris and change of SV here, who's still fighting with this board. Akatu is much lower and in a much comfortable position, and SV is going to top out at 960, so Akatu is in a chase down. Will be 961 to get this done. 25,000 points. A Tetris will absolutely do it. Doesn't even need one. Can just line out from here. Oh, Akatu gets column 4 back open, does have to close it again. A bit frustrating here for Akatu as the board is starting to fall away from him here. Is just 5,000 points away, just needs a couple more burns. One more, that can't get it! And Akatu tops out, just 860 points away from SV. And if you can believe it, SV takes game 1 to 1. Tetris. So we get underway once again. And you'd wonder what Akatu's current headspace would be. Missing a chase down from that close. 1 burn. That's all he needed, but good players, of course. We'll put that to the side. Note it and move on. And both these players are more than good enough to be able to hold that mindset and just take it 1 game at a time here. So far, a perfect start for SV. 136, 6 Tetrises in a row, now 7. Akatu's on 120. And SV will take first burn. Still technically on a perfect run because you can take 1 burn. To get the maximum possible score that you can get. Okay, well, SV takes 2 burns there. So no longer is that maximum score possible, but still on some very good pace here. Tetris for both players. And I know we already mentioned it, but there's a few more people here, so I can go ahead and mention it again. If you want to contribute to the prize pool for Division 1, which we are currently playing in right now, you can go to the Matcherino link there. We're currently sitting at $84.75. If you want to try to get that up to let's see if we can try to get up to 100 before the end here. Special shout out to everyone who's contributed so far. We have some contribution codes. We still have 19 of them. Or, no, sorry, excuse me, we have 31 of them still available. That gives us 25 cents into the prize pool per contribution code claimed. You don't have to pay anything for that, by the way. You can just literally click on the contribution code link, and there you go. You still have 31 of those remaining. 31 of those times 25 cents. I'm not very good at calculating that high up, but that'll allow us to get the prize pool up by $7.75 if all of them are claimed tonight. Which, of course, every little bit helps. It would put us up to $95.50. Again, you wouldn't have to spend a dime to do that. All you need to do is just go to that link and put in the code. Just claim the code. Dirty Tetris for Akatu. 362 for SV. 358 for Akatu here. Both players are playing cleanly and playing some very good Tetris here. Both have very high Tetris rates, 76 to 77. Which, if you're at about 75 plus Tetris rate, you are having some excellent play going on for you. Why is my controller on the floor? That is a good question, AdamIrish. Why is your controller on the floor? But your controller is on the floor because you just left it there for no real good reason. And it shouldn't be on the floor because they're very fragile. And if they're just kind of chucked on the floor, someone could kick it. And that wouldn't be very good. Tetris for Akatu. Nice S-spin there for SV. Nice setup to get that S-spin going. And a bar over in Tetris for SV here. And Akatu has been in an incredibly rich vein of form recently. In his last 24 matches, he's only lost twice. His record in his last 24 is 22-2. Only losses in that span came against Alex T in February Masters, and then a loss to Duji in also Masters. Other than Masters matches, the last time that Akatu lost an ELO match was all the way back in January against Maisie in Arcadian, Classic Tetris Arcadian. 606 for SV, 604 for Akatu. As both players now in level 19 here, and it's pretty much neck and neck between them at the moment, although SV is ahead by 8 lines. So Akatu might have a slight pace advantage here. As for SV, has just come off of a Grand Finals appearance at CTWC Austria. Only lost to Sidnev in the final, who is the 3-time champion of CTWC Austria, but had some very good performances during that championship run for sure. And considering it's Austria, no shame in coming second place to Sidnev, of course. Akatu is taking the lead now, 737, SV 727, and his board is getting a little... Oh! Tops out, 727, didn't get that S all the way over. Akatu is going to take game number 2 here for 5, 4, 3. My bad, I forgot. I was in normal mode there, that's my bad. My brain forgot for a solid second that this was NTC. We're gonna have a lot of that in this stream. It's 7 matches. You expect that it's gonna happen once or twice. So it's good we got it out of the way early. We got it out of our system. Chroma in the chat saying, Aka goat. Chroma, of course, fellow keyboard player. Oh, but Akatu already in trouble here, and an early top! Oh no! I think Akatu just missed the tap to get the S piece over, and the board just, or the Z piece over, and the board kind of just, or yeah, the S piece, and the board just kind of fell apart from that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. There we go, now. Alright. By the way, in case any of you haven't read the title, we are doing 7 hopefully 7 matches. 7 matches over the course of this entire stream. This is the first of 7. If Kingsman had any control over the full booking, damn well this wouldn't be the first match, but this is how it was scheduled. Starting off with Div 1 and going from Div 1 to Div 2, and from Div 2 to Div 3. If you want to look at the full queue of matches, you can use the command !Q. See what we got in store here. Also, let me go ahead and... yeah, there we go. There's your full set of matches. You can also check them out in a bit more of a readable configuration over on the Classic Tetris League Discord server. That's where all the streams get announced first, well, before you get the Twitch notification, of course. But if you don't have Twitch notifications turned on, and you want to catch up with all the latest news and all the latest information on CTL, you can join our Discord server there. It's a great place, great community, even not even just for discussing CTL, but just for hanging out and discussing Tetris or whatever. Sometimes we just discuss anything. A lot of players will sometimes just post like what they had for food, what they had for like lunch. If you like that, then Why are piece colors reversed? That looks so cursed. Probably an NTC thingy. NTC sometimes, especially with console setups, can have a bit of issue reading the colors, but as long as the pieces look like the pieces, it's fine. It's all good. NTC, of course, is a great program. Very good program. It's powered the CTL as long as I've been here. And the lead is currently with SV on 234. Akatu is on 167. And for the third time, I will also shout out our prize pool over on Match Arena. If you want to contribute to the prize pool, even if you don't have anything to hand, you don't need to. We still have some contribution codes available. We still have over half of them available to claim, and those add 25 cents to the prize pool on their own. So you can go over there and claim them before it's too late. They do run out quite fast, so get them while you still can. We're also, of course, if you do have something that else that you can contribute, we would be more than happy to accept it as well, of course. But the codes, they're still there. Get them. Get the codes. They help us a bunch, and they'll help the players at the end of the season a bunch. Tetris for SV having a very strong game here. 89% Tetris rate, which is incredible efficiency. Tetris for SV. 440 on line 85. Akatu 313 line 85 isn't bad in its own right, but when you got a 90% Tetris rate to contend with, you do end up being down about 7.5 Tetrises, but nice tuck setups there for Akatu. Tetris for SV and Tetris for Akatu. Akatu's Tetris ready here. It does have a hole in the stack, and had to cover just as the bar right, but a nice double from that T-spin. Tetris for SV. Bit of a drought forming here now, but SP will finally get a bar after 27 pieces. We'll get another Tetris that is ahead by a staggering 9 Tetrises here over Akatu. 651 to 425. And again, it's not even like Akatu's been having a particularly bad game. 451 is not a horrible transition score to have, but when you compare that to a 676 from SV, then yeah. But it's not over yet, of course. There is still plenty of Tetris to play. Plenty of opportunity to score and to gain. So don't count this out. Yeah, SV with a couple misdrops here, which could be an avenue for Akatu to at least bring down the lead. But players are entering a drought. Tetris for Akatu. And another Tetris. That's exactly what he needs there. But it's not exactly what SV needs right now. SV needs some good pieces. Could use a J piece. Does get a J piece. Nice adjustment of that square. We'll let the long bar 2 go over to the right-hand side here. Tetris again for Akatu is now almost half the deficit. Now behind by 150,000. Oh, as almost half it in terms of Tetrises. SV has now cleaned up and has the well open. Tetris for Akatu. And Tetris for SV here. And another Tetris for SV. So it's answered right back to Akatu here. Still with a very strong lead. 838 for SV, 662 for Akatu. And Akatu is 6 lines ahead as well, so SV is in Tetris paradise here. Behind on lines, ahead on score. 2 more quick Tetrises for SV, and suddenly all that hard work that Akatu did to bring down the lead has kind of gone back as as SV is now once again ahead by 200,000 points. And Das Tetris with the raid, party of 21. Welcome in, everyone. You're just in time. We're still in our first match of the stream, which is Division 1B, Akatu against SV. Players are on level 26. SV is currently leading 2-1. Will this be better than a Das comp back 3 back 1.1? Well, we've had an early top out, so yes. Max out for SV going in level 26 now, in level 27, A14 for SV, Akatu 871. Who got the back 3 back? I know it was, when it raided from Game Boy, it was Alex T and Joji went through. Can't remember who he was playing after that. Salted Sofa, I think? So was it Sofa or Sofa or Joji who got that? Akatu goes in level 29 first, 951. SV can get one more Tetris. And SV goes in B04. There's also a double 1.1. Joji got it, nice. Cool, cool, cool. Hello, Grandmaster. And hello, Andrew. And hello, Jakob, Leo, and 3s. Akatu is in... Oh, gonna top out at A41. SV, B28. The B is stinging, and it's gonna make him get game number 4. So SV will start off his season with a win, and Akatu starts his debut in Division 1 with a loss, but still got a max out by the end of it, so can't be too mad at that. Especially against a player of SV's caliber, who always has the ability to get to the playoffs at least. And we'll top out with a B97. GG's, both players. You both played well, but it'll be SV who gets 6 points there.
Pretty awesome Tetris players playing some Tetris. Yeah. Oh, hey, look at this. 69,920, 69,920. That's double hey now, hey now, hey now. Do I have my hey now counter? I do. The hey now counter's at 2. $69,920 is a really common number I've seen pop up a lot in early games, including my own games. I think that's three Tetrises and 3 burns. Does that sound right? Where's all my math nerds? 139,000. It's like 7 different points difference between these 2 players right now. Just push down points. Ooh, long bar dependency for Cobra and some holes in red shirt stack. There's a Tetris for O. So O gonna take advantage of this slowdown. Go up about a Tetris. You know, so blocks are falling, scores are happening, and I was burping, so I could not talk, and I didn't want to make too loud of a noise. I'm not that uncouth. I'm uncouth still. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely a savage, but I'm not that much of a savage to burp on stream. What? 261, 242. Red shirt back in the lead. We're about 58 lines in, so not quite halfway to transition. Oh, did I miss a hey now? Oh man, I missed a hey now. There you go. Summer's got me covered. I'm sure there was a 69 somewhere in there, so. Funny number counter up to 3. Oh no, red shirt. Oh, okay. Red shirt's fine, right? Red shirt's fine. This is fine. This is totally fine. Gets a good L piece all the way over. LJ filled. Just a couple more burns to go. Okay, uncovers now has a double long bar dependency. Does get the Tetris though and is clean-ish. Gonna go get to work clearing out this last one. Might build dirty. Nope, gonna go ahead and just take the burns. Yeah, smart. 299 now, 300 to 320. So O is also burning, but still in the lead by about a Tetris. There's another Tetris for O, and red shirt's clean. 300,000 to 369. Hey now. Now counters at 4. Tetris for O. 392 to 307. So this lead up to about a 3 Tetris lead. 2 to 3 Tetris lead. Certainly not crazy different score, but you know, every little lead helps. Every Tetris makes a difference. Put some pressure on your opponent, make them feel like they've got to maybe push a little harder than they otherwise would. There's a Tetris for O. We are at the turn. Tetris Wars rating with a party of 21. Welcome in Tetris Wars to CTL. Div 1 action. We have O versus Red Shirt, who was originally supposed to be Cobra, so we've got the next best thing in Cobra. 49, 491. Wow, Red Shirt has brought this back. This is the 4th time the lead has changed while I wasn't looking. 512, good transition scores incoming for both players, but Red Shirt not happy with the board. Had an L and a J dependency. Gets the J filled, looking for an L. Where is the L? No L is coming, and we are in the middle of a drought too, so it turns it into a J dependency, fills that with a Z piece, and then gets the long bar to transition in at 520, really high now. This is still pretty dangerous even for a roller. We'll hope to get some good pieces to resolve this dig. 564, 584 now, transition. Red Shirt burning way high. 3/4 of the way up the screen. I don't know if they're gonna be able to do anything here. The capture just stopped. I think they topped out. There we go, topped out 527, so 588. So O is good for game number 1. Tetris. That's a classic Tetris Wars thing, right? Where you say you rhyme whatever game number you're on. Game number 3. I don't know, something about me. Game number 4, knocking on the door. Laying on the floor. Give me some more. Game number 5, feeling alive. Gonna try to strive. I don't know. These are all bad. Even the good ones are still kind of bad, if I'm being honest. No offense to Tetris Wars. Of course. It's really funny when you guys say it. 69,920! 69,920! Woo! Hey now number is at 5. Game number 3, I have to pee, Deck says yes. As long as we've been kind of waiting for game number 3, given that we got off to such a late start, that might actually end up being true. 118,000 for Red Shirt, 80,000 for Cobra. 240 and 96. Rip red shirts torso. Monthly Tetris says. Oh my goodness, yes. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I really wanted to like try to get them lined up a bit, but red shirt's camera is a little on the let's just say near the bottom, and O's near the top. So like the best I could do is either this or do a super zoom. Speaking of super zoom, Redshirt's board super zooming to the top, looking to maybe get some good pieces. Oh my goodness, bad squares. What are we gonna do about these squares? Oh, this board is untenable, and Redshirt's gonna top out again. Oh, it's gonna take a 2-0 lead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Game number 3, Dex Gotta Pee, coming at you. Game number 4, the game is a bore. Game number 4, so hungry could eat a boar? That just is too long. It's too long. Couple Tetrises on the board to start off. Game number 3. Oh boy. Liliana's got some ideas. Watch out, chat. Game number 3, I have to pee. Yes. Game number 4, I have to pee no more. Okay, I can work with that one. I like that one pretty well. Yeah. Game number, Summer saying game number 2, cow goes moo. Oh, we could turn this into Old McDonald Tetris. 120,000 for O. 104,000 for red shirt. Oh my goodness. Chat's so good tonight. Red shirt built one off the bottom. Trying to fill out that left side. Waiting on the long bar does get the left side filled out. Good square. How often do you hear someone say that though? Good square. Covered the well there for just a second. Uncovered. Tetris, dusty Tetris, one off the bottom. 131,000 to 168. Oh, with a clean stack. Red shirt still one off the bottom. Another Tetris back to backs. No, gonna go ahead and fill in the left side. 177 to 213. Good inverted L tuck from O. Simon!